Alright. What's up, y'all? Golden Truth, episode 26. Um, we got an incredible show for y'all tonight. Well, not incredible, but a topic-filled episode. We're gonna be talking Tom Brady's retirement, or supposed retirement. Aaron Rodgers, if his diva self is finally getting out of Green Bay. Doing a preview of Super Bowl 57 and so much more. That's what's coming up on this episode of Golden Truth. As you can hear, I am not alone. I'm with Aaron Faxon, who is currently cursing up a storm, but that because of y'all. Well, maybe because of y'all.
That remains to be seen.
Exactly. But Aaron, how you doing? How you feeling?
I am trying to move the hell past the day, bro. I'm so damn glad it's the weekend that I could literally kiss the ground.
Do that for me, please. Give Mother Nature a kiss.
No. That's not natural for your mother, okay?
Oh no, you're supposed to say it's not in your mother's nature, get it?
By the way, I sent this in a text. How does it feel to have bragging rights for the next year over Jason?
It's not that much of bragging rights, to be honest, dude.
It kind of is. That's a 20-point win.
20-point win, but the Cowboys were playing to lose that game. Let's be honest. They knew deep down that the Eagles were going to win the division, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Which, by the way, I have some thoughts on all of this, and I'll get into it when we talk about the Super Bowl, but I've got some thoughts.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, let's talk about Tom Brady. Let's get this stupid-ass elephant that's in the room out of here, because I'm not... Man, dude, I don't give a shit. Like, if this is Tom Brady's way out, thank you. Like,
no, this is not his way out. This is his way of grabbing attention for anybody who will give it to him.
That is true, but I'm done. Like, if he retires, at least I don't have to see his stupid ass face ever again.
Aw, you miss him.
No, if only we can get Aaron Rodgers out of here, then we're good.
I mean, we'll take one at a two, I guess.
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers, he's doing the Tom Brady crap. I don't know where I'm going to be playing.
Yeah, right. The day he leaves Green Bay is the day that I become the most irresistible man alive.
Hey man, isn't that what everyone said about Brett Favre though? They were like, Brett Favre isn't leaving Green Bay.
There's a big ass difference between freaking Brett Favre and
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. In that Brett Favre, I hate to say this, I would hope that he would know when to stop.
Well, here's the thing. Brett Favre, the reason why he retired when he did is because his final year was riddled with injuries, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he even got a cut on his chin. A cut on his chin.
Not by the hair of his chin.
Exactly. So, like, everyone like, it was like, all right, I'm done. With the whole entire, like, Tom Brady situation, I think he's like, all right, do I want to play another year, go to a team that has a crappy offensive line that won't be able to protect me, and I'm going to be 46 by the beginning of the season anyway. Take those hits that I was taking last season, because, dude, that offensive line of Tampa was terrible, and he's been fighting with the offensive line, so
it was appropriate that his name was number 12 because he gets sacked 12 times a game.
Exactly. Instead of throwing 12 touchdowns, he got sacked 12 times.
He liked it too much.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know, man. Like, we'll see if this is true. I give it.
Get the man out of here and just move on with our freaking lives.
This is how I know that Tom Brady will not come back. It'll be week 1, and he's not a part of the team.
Yeah, well, we won't know until week 1. Like, he's gonna keep everybody guessing, telling them he's gonna come back, telling them he's not gonna come back, telling them he's not gonna come back, and basically keeping everybody else on the hook until the season starts.
Dude, because that was the Brett Favre situation back in I think 2009 when he was like going to retire. He retired for like a hot second. So this was after his Jet stint. Next thing you know, he's like
Vikings.
exactly. He's like, let me sign with the Vikings in August.
Oh gosh, just get your head out of your ass and move on.
So I'm not taking Tom Brady's retirement seriously unless it's week 1 of the 2023 season, and
you got a better chance of Jason converting to being a Washington fan.
I don't see that happening.
Precisely my point.
We'll see. But all right. Aaron Rodgers, where do you think he's going? There's things saying that he's going to the Jets because of the offensive coordinator connection with whoever the hell the coach was of the Denver Broncos that got fired. Who's now the offensive coordinator of the Jets? Do you think he goes to the Jets, or where do you like?
He stays in Green Bay.
He stays in Green Bay. You're not buying into the Jets conversations, even Dallas conversations. Because I saw that on Undisputed where
absolutely not.
And like I know that freaking Skip is like being delusional. He's like, well, we're paying $40 million for Dak. We can pay $60 million for Aaron. I'm like, no.
Well, you know what you could pay for is shutting the hell up.
You'll pay for it, and then when you're bounced out in the divisional round of the playoffs, you'd be crying.
Oh yeah. Well, or either that, or when Shannon Sharp leaves his ass.
Basically. What about the Raiders? Do you think he has a chance going to the Raiders?
No.
Reunion with Devontae Adams. So you think he's doomed with Green Bay?
I think that Aaron Rodgers is the kind of captain that goes down with a ship.
I could see it going either way. I don't see Green Bay not willing. The only reason why I see Green Bay holding on to him is they're like
franchise tag.
It's not even that. He has an extension for like I think like 2 or 3 more years anyway. Like who's gonna want to take that $60 million contract?
Yeah, who the hell's gonna pay the guy?
Exactly. Like
again, Green Bay coaching staff, get your heads out of your asses.
We'll see.
No, he won't.
Ha ha ha. All right. Aaron is dead, y'all.
Yeah, pretty much. The coroner, I thoroughly examined him, and he's not only merely dead, he's really most sincerely dead.
You
like that?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know what I'm doing today.
Yeah, you really is.
What the fuck?
He's like between mid-dead and making jokes. I'm not a big fan of this, Aaron. Anyway,
I got him on layaway.
No comment. All right. No one has said anything in the comment section. Okay, cool.
No comment.
Literally and figuratively. All right. So, what was your take, man, dude? I have to revisit our NFL predictions, the schedule thing that we did like months ago, the 3-hour live stream that we did.
Oh my god!
I don't think we ever had the Chiefs and the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. I have to revisit on who we picked.
Well, because honestly, like it's an Occam's razor situation. But this is my point. If the Eagles had actually had legitimate contenders to go against, they wouldn't be there.
Yeah, the NFC was very disappointing this year.
Well, not only that. I will amend my statement. I am wrong up to a certain point, But there is one contender that the Eagles did face, and to their credit, that was San Francisco. However, with Brock Purdy getting an injured elbow, then their fourth string quarterback right after that being injured, and the 49ers only being able to run the ball and not pass.
We saw Christian McCaffrey play quarterback. That was sad.
But that just shows what they were at. You got to consider the fact that the Eagles had such an easy schedule that they basically spit into a first round bye. Then they had the Giants, who fell ass backwards into a playoff spot.
Hey, bro, but they beat the Minnesota Vikings. Well, then again, it's Kirk Cousins, so who gives a shit?
Yeah. I was gonna say that, but you're kind of fighting a losing battle on that one. But then, and like Saquon Barkley is the only thing holding them up, and when he stopped having production, the Giants stopped winning. Just gonna point out there.
That and the Giants not having legitimate wide receivers.
No, I mean that's a good point too. I'm more or less pointing out the simple fact that when you look at what the Eagles had to go through, they had their first round bye. They had a Giants team that couldn't run the ball, which means they couldn't win, and all their wide receivers were basically injured. Then you consider the fact that they had a Niners team that their quarterback
was
injured
banged
his elbow.
up.
Well, not just banged up. He was injured so badly, his elbow was, that he could not throw the ball.
But, dude, like, my thing is
all they had to defend against was the run. All the Eagles had to defend against was the run.
Yeah, but, dude, Patrick Mahomes in the following game with an injured ankle led the Chiefs to a win.
And I think it's going to continue.
And with his three best wide receivers down, no Juju Smith-Schuster, no Nicole Harmon or whatever his name is, and no, I forgot what the third guy's name was.
Whatever the hell you want to call him.
Yeah, but like he was throwing to guys like oh yeah, there you go, Kadarius Toney. All of his targets, like it was basically all Travis Kelce, Sky Moore. And then the defense. Dude, if it wasn't for Chris Jones and him wreaking havoc, the Bengals would have run away with it.
What I will say is this. There was a certain point that, to me, the Bengals' offensive line crumbled because Joe Burrow got sacked 7 times in that game.
Yeah, but the offensive line for the Bengals, dude,
they're good, but they're beat up.
But they also sucked throughout the year.
They did, and my point is that so you got to figure this before that game, the last 3 times the Chiefs and Bengals met since Burrow became quarterback, Burrow and the Bengals won all 3. How appropriate was it that when the chips were down and things really were on the line, it's the Chiefs who came out on top?
Yeah. But although I am kind of happy that freaking Joe Burrow lost, because do not say anything, but they're already comparing Joe Burrow to Brady. No, like I hate that, dude.
He has not earned that. He has not even earned that.
I hated it when they compared Andrew Luck to Peyton Manning. I hate the fact that they're comparing Trevor Lawrence to Andrew Luck. Like, come on. Like,
I'm going to be honest with you. As far as the whole like Andrew Luck to Manning thing, the only reason that people did that was because they were on the same team. I bet if somebody else had drafted Luck, that comparison probably wouldn't have come.
I guarantee you, if it was if Washington took Andrew Luck instead of RG3, and if RG3 would have went to the Colts,
that would have been hilarious. I would have laughed so hard.
Well, number one, actually, at least Andrew Luck lasted longer.
That's a fair point. The only quarterback that really stood out in that draft is now Kirk Cousins, believe it or not, even though he's a choke artist.
Russell Wilson.
Look at what
Russell Wilson out of that draft class has a Super Bowl ring, something that neither of the rest of them.
That's fair. That's fair, but I'm talking about lately. I'm talking like literally, because right now Russell Wilson is playing for a team that overpaid him for what he's doing.
I mean, hey, if you slap in the right coach in there, from what we're hearing, it's going to be Sean Payton.
But has
By the way, do you think the compensation that they're giving up is fair? They're
mm,
giving up like I think like
no, I don't.
a first, a second, and a fourth or something like that to the
No, I don't think
Saints.
it is. I honestly think that I think that the Saints could have made it sweeter. Or I think that Sean, I don't know if Sean Payton is worth all that.
Oh, okay, I guess the Denver Broncos have no picks whatsoever. Wait, no, it's the let me see. No, it's the Denver Broncos that have no picks because they gave up a boatload for Russell.
It's gonna bite him in the ass one day. I'm telling you.
I mean, we'll see what happens when you put Russell Wilson together along with a legitimate head coach.
But has this legitimate head coach ever worked one on one with a running quarterback?
No, but he can convert because Russell Wilson is no longer a running quarterback, dude. He doesn't run the way he used to. So what Sean Payton can do is make him, and he has the same, and he is the same size, same height as Drew Brees, so he can convert him into like a Drew Brees.
Nice. Okay. I mean, if that does work.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. It's not even set in stone that that Sean Payton's going back yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath right now. Just like I'm not holding my breath on Brady or Rodgers. And I'm gonna be legitimately honest with you. I I think there's gonna be some bold moves made in the offseason. Not for the quarterbacks, but I think for other players.
I mean, what are wide receivers like? What are the top notch dudes out there? Because Brady is off the market as of right now.
Give it a month. Give it a month.
Because Tom Brady, I heard that Tom Brady was going to the Raiders.
That's because his house is in Nevada.
Jason would have hated his ass. Would have hated to live in. I can already picture Jason. You're like, oh boy, I hope Tom Brady stays far away from me.
Well, all I can say is his house is in Nevada. That's the only thing that would make him go there. Think about that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I don't know. I feel like I think Brady's going to come back. I do. I'm not holding my breath. And
oh no, I know. Like I feel like this isn't over.
not by a long shot.
Man, even though I want it to be over, I can't. Dude, I
Now,
remember if I'm in my 30s and Tom Brady's playing to his 50s, I'm like.
Now, mind you this. If Brady does not go back to Tampa, guarantee you the Buccaneers will finish last in the NFC South next year.
Dude, but the NFC South is weak.
Exactly. That's how weak they are without him.
Dude. You know what? I was doing some research about the NFC South. I'm like, is the NFC South that bad? Because the NFC East was bad too, and like NFC South was a bad division.
Winner was 6-9.
No, the NFC South, dude. All the teams, with the exception of the Buccaneers, were 7-10.
Oh shit!
And the Buccaneers rightfully got
6-9. They were only a game up, and that's how they won.
Basically, like
they only won their division by one.
And it's not even a full game. I guarantee it was like, you know how they do that division stuff where it's like a half. Like this team is a half game ahead of. I'm like, how do you guys determine what a half game, a full game? Like,
Well, and by the way, that whole that it was that whole half game mess that not only screwed the Bengals but screwed the Ravens too, because the Ravens couldn't clinch a division championship.
Hey, bro, but let's be real. And I want since bro, the Ravens are sad. How in the world do you pay? And this is what I said. This is what I told you on the last stream. The Ravens, as long as they're not an offensive player, they'll extend the player. They extended a defensive player, dude. I literally said that. I'm like, dude, they're gonna extend Roquan Smith before they extend Lamar. And look what happened.
But if they don't extend Lamar, 0-16 the next 5 years.
Don't think it's gonna be 0-17 at best, maybe 7 wins.
No, they're not.
That's what Tyler Huntley is good for. At least 7 wins.
Lamar Jackson is their only shot to get wins in the NFL. Guaranteed.
Lamar Huntley led them to like 5 wins or 4 wins at least.
I don't think he really earned those wins. I think the other teams are just that bad.
But dude, this is proof that the Ravens need the Ravens need Lamar more than Lamar needs the Ravens. That's what that playoff game proved to me. I'm like, wow.
Well, and I think that's why I think they would extend him. That's why I think that, and they were even talking about. I was looking at on NFL.com. They were even talking about the fact that the Ravens are going into this offseason looking at absolutely having no salary cap space because of 1, extending Roquan, and 2, negotiations with Lamar.
Well, I also gotta say this: they gotta get Lamar weapons too, because
oh yeah, I mean,
giving the ball to the corpse of Deshaun Jackson, really.
Well, and ever since Marquise Brown, ever since Hollywood Brown left,
they should have used that draft pick instead of using it on a tight end. They should have just used it on a wide receiver.
I mean, it's a fair point, but I didn't. Okay, we were watching the freaking draft, didn't I say that?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I was right. Thank you very much. Thank you for proving my point.
I mean, Isaiah Likely was good, but not wide
receiver.
Had
the thing is he was thrust into a situation as a rookie where he had to almost carry the team on his back. Basically. Because although I thought that was really funny when they were playing against Tampa, and he did the freaking motion where he was doing like the fake sleeping thing. It was pretty freaking funny.
No. I mean, we'll see.
I was laughing so hard.
Again, I feel like the Ravens are going to play this so bad where Lamar's not going to want to come back.
He doesn't, like I said, 16 or 17 the next 3 years.
Come on, bro. I don't think this means 0-17. They had Joe Flacco for 10 years
without Lamar Jackson.
They had Joe Flacco for 10 years, and they had at least 6 or 7 wins a year with Joe Flacco as their quarterback. Stop.
If it's not a winning record, then there really are no wins.
You're not wrong, actually. Good point. You know what? I'll give you that one.
And I'm sorry, but Lamar is the only way the Ravens can get a winning record.
Again, I'm not disputing that. I'm just disputing that the Ravens take Lamar for granted.
I mean, and I'm not disputing that. I think that it makes me wish I could have been a fly on the wall and sat in on those negotiations and really thought, is it Lamar's agent that's holding out, or is it the Ravens themselves that's holding out?
Well, here's the thing: Lamar doesn't even have an agent; he's his own agent.
Well, so is Lamar holding out, or are the Ravens holding out?
Well, here's the thing: from what I heard, was that the Ravens offered him a $300 million contract for 3 years, and I think he wanted a 5-year deal. but because they know that he has an injury history, they weren't willing to guarantee him 5 years.
See, I think that his injury was due to the fact that they had so many offensive line combinations this year, and I could venture to say that I almost think he deserves the 5 year at this point,
Even with his injury history.
considering the fact that the only way the Ravens have really been playoff bound since 2013 is with him. I think he's got a hotter hand than anybody right now as far as like.
I mean, I'll give you this because let's be honest, they would have not. I guarantee you, if we would have put Tyler Huntley out of that game and put Lamar in, I guarantee you, Lamar Jackson won't fumble that football, and it would have been that 7-point swing that we saw. That fumble return for 98 yards, because that's what ultimately did the Ravens in.
No, it's true. I mean, I'm not denying that, and this is the thing too that I will venture to say is that Baltimore.
By the way, I watched that game while Naeem and I were getting over a hangover, but go on.
then you had another hangover after that. No, honestly, I don't. Again, I think it's going to take a minimum of 10 years for the Ravens to rebuild if Lamar left. Because they've built.
I mean, they can get one of these young quarterbacks that are coming out of this draft.
That time will tell if they go for that. I mean, it's not a bad plan, but I honestly think if they were to do that, okay. Hear me out. You're gonna think I'm an idiot for this, but hear me out. The Ravens have a chance to do something in the fashion that Washington couldn't do it. When Washington went and drafted 2 quarterbacks in the same year, like they did with Cousins and RG3, that was a bad move because they were trying to pressure RG3 to do well by saying, "Look, we still got another young guy backing you up." And this is the thing. I think it was kind of a mistake because the Ravens are in a good spot in the sense that they could, if they did decide to draft a quarterback, they could say like they're not drafting the same like 2 young quarterbacks from the same year, so they're not going to have to worry about having like I don't know how I'm trying to say it, but it's.
I mean, my thing is this: the reason why Lamar landed with the Ravens is because what the Ravens did. I forgot. I think it was like what? It was 2018 draft. The Ravens basically traded back into the first round and got him with the last pick of the first round.
Well, they're still hemorrhaging from that though too. Like you say that they'll be able to get a young quarterback. I don't even think the Ravens are even in the first round for draft picks.
They should be because they traded Hollywood Brown, unless they traded Hollywood Brown for a bag of chips.
Well, considering Arizona, that's all they could afford.
Yeah, the Arizona Cardinals, they're going to be irrelevant for the next year with Kyler Murray still down and out.
No, I still say next 4 or 5 for them. I still say next 4 or 5 because.
Hey, you know who the Ravens could get to maybe entice Lamar to sign that big deal?
Who?
DeAndre Hopkins.
He was playing with them for a little bit.
With the Ravens? No, he played with them with the Texans.
And I actually do think the Ravens would have just enough salary cap space for him.
Especially if I think he has like 1 year left on his current deal.
If anything, what the Ravens could do is try to offer to pay out that remaining year, and then try to sign him after that.
Yeah, because like, dude, if you put DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson, that has Super Bowl written all over it.
Could you want to know what else would have Super Bowl written all over it if had it actually happened? Imagine if Tyreek Hill had ended up in Baltimore. That would have been lethal.
Yeah, but again, Lamar, if he would have gotten hurt, game over. It's kind of like the Tua situation where The Dolphins kind of
I feel so bad for Tua.
Tua and Tyreek had a connection where the rest of the quarterbacks did not, or they didn't trust the other quarterbacks, like whoever the hell they had as their third stringer and Teddy Bridgewater enough to throw to
Tyler
Tyreek Hill.
Thompson.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever the hell his name was. Shit.
Unfortunately, he's not. At least Brock Purdy carried the 49ers to an NFC Championship game.
He did a pretty job.
What did the rest do? Nothing. So their names are irrelevant to me.
He did a pretty job.
Basically, even though he's going to go back to being irrelevant because Trey Lance is coming back.
You know what? You know what would be hilarious? Imagine if the Raiders had take Brock Purdy.
That dude would still have been irrelevant.
No. I mean, I'm saying is because I think Brock Purdy's going to go on the trading block.
I think they're going to have to wait and see how Trey Lance does with his recovery. I can see him.
But then they just put Jimmy G back in.
Are they really going to extend Jimmy G for another year though? Because Jimmy G's a free agent now. Like his contract's up.
Do you think any other team would take Jimmy G?
He's a solid backup.
He's Matt Flynn, but younger.
Like give me Jimmy G here in Washington as a backup. We're good.
Carson Wentz, and then as a backup, you've got.
Oh no, I'm done with Carson. Carson Wentz getting cut. Carson Wentz getting cut. He getting cut.
Bro, I think you've got him for more than a year, right? You guys signed him for more than a year.
No, we can cut him after in like a few weeks. We can cut him and suffer no. It's gonna happen, dude.
Oh no, that's who will take Carson Wentz. The Raiders can take Carson Wentz after Washington cuts him.
Oh, Jason's gonna love that one. Jason's gonna be happy. He's gonna be happy.
Shit. Carson Wentz, the starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh my gosh, is he even built for that system?
No.
That's just gonna make it freaking hilarious. Or Carson Wentz will go back to Indy.
I don't see that happening with the Colts in a position where they actually could get a young quarterback. Because I think they're like third or fourth in the draft order.
Unless the Ravens trade up to Indy.
I don't see that happening either, though.
Neither do I. But I mean, the thing is like we say we don't see something happening, and then like the day of the draft comes, like all hell breaks loose out of left field.
Basically. I mean, who saw AJ Brown going from the Titans to the Eagles in like an instant?
That was a game breaker for Philadelphia.
Yeah, because if you take away AJ Brown, raise your hand if you think the Eagles would be in the Super Bowl. I'm not raising my hand.
No, I magically got a cramp in my hand. Oh, that's hilarious.
But then again, the NFC was weak this year, so.
Oh yeah, they were. Abso-freaking-lutely they were. Oh my gosh. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
Watch the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
I will crap my pants.
I'm gonna be sad on that live stream. By the way, I'm doing a live stream for the Super Bowl.
I know. I honestly think it's gonna be a blowout in favor of the Chiefs, if I'm being honest.
I mean, the only way I see it not being a blowout is that the Eagles' defense is actually plays solid and shuts down and like.
Right, so blowout.
Watch it be another 13-3 Super Bowl.
Oh, shit.
That'll be boring as hell, dude. You don't know how much I suffered that Super Bowl 53, dude. Like Super Bowl was terrible.
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty freaking bad. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was pretty damn bad. That one was pretty bad, and then oh gosh, and then it was so funny too because everybody was expecting the Cowboys to go. They're like, "Oh, the Cowboys won a playoff game. Now they're going to go back." Everybody jumped on the hype train after one win.
Except Jason.
Oh yeah, except Jason. Well, no, you know what? He secretly had the hope in his heart. He just didn't want to admit it.
He did have the hope in his heart. Want to know why?
Mm-hmm.
That dude went MIA.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "Don't bother me for 2 days. I'm mad." I'm like, what happened to you saying that you were? Because I have receipts too. Because he texted. Because I was making fun. I'm like, bro, your Cowboys are about to get knocked out by the 49ers. And he literally replied, "I don't care if they get knocked out for the 49ers. The fact that they won a game, I'm happy." I'm like,
And then
okay.
they lose, and then he's like all salty.
Yeah, exactly. He was.
Bro was salty. Bro was straight salty.
Well, then again, if the Cowboys had a competent quarterback, his Dak is trash.
Carson Wentz, there's your name.
That would be a Jerry Jones move.
It would be. We need to put some pressure on Dak Prescott to succeed in the NFL, so we're gonna sign Carson Wentz.
Hold on, let me see. Oh no, he actually.
Been...
You know what? He probably wouldn't have been in the chat. He would have been here by now, cursing up a storm.
Yeah, you would have, and I would have been laughing so hard. Like, look, I've got to be honest with you. I think your best bet for the Cowboys to go to a Super Bowl is to sign Carson Wentz. Gosh, it's freaking hilarious.
Okay. No Jason sighting yet.
It's like we're talking about Bigfoot or something.
Yeah, he was pissed. He was like, "Bro, don't talk to me for 2 days." And then I'm like, and then I need him for like a live stream. And he's like, "Dude, I'm not even in the mood to do a live stream right now." I'm like, "Bro, but I need some info about Jeff Bezos." He's like, "Ugh."
The Bazonator.
Because apparently, like, Jeff Bezos, like, you know how since he's like in the running to purchase the team, so like I needed him to like hop in and discuss it because he doesn't like Jeff Bezos because apparently Jeff Bezos owns everything in the world.
I mean, anything's better. Anything's better than Dan Snyder continuing to own.
That's what I said.
But at the same time, maybe he's afraid of the goodness that might come out of Washington if they get a different owner.
Change of ownership. Commanders go 12-5, and the Cowboys go 7-10 with Dak Prescott.
He'll feel very Prescottish.
Basically. Oh, Kellen Moore went to the Chargers as their OC, so that maybe the Chargers can finally unlock Justin Herbert's potential. Even though Justin Herbert's potential was going up 30-0 and then blowing that lead. Or 27. It was 27.
Bro, he blew more than just that lead.
Dude, that was 27-0. Dude, I was about to turn off that game. Like, when... No, because... Where was... I was just chilling in the hotel room. It was a Saturday night. It was my first day in Orlando that weekend. Or that week.
Yeah.
And I was just kicking it like in the hotel, and I'm like, let me see if I can find the Chargers game because I couldn't figure, because I was trying to figure out what channels because Florida cable is interesting. Like I found like interesting stuff.
Florida cable is interesting,
dude. Tell me why I'm flipping through the channels and I hear Chargers Jaguar. I'm like, oh, I found the game. So I'm like sitting here watching the game, and I'm like, oh, sweet. The Jaguars are winning. Next thing you know, I hear, and James Robinson ran up for 3 yards. I'm like, wait a second, James Robinson? He's not a part of the team anymore. Tell me why I'm watching the rerun of the game that happened earlier this season and not the playoff game.
That's NFL Network for you.
So then I'm like, okay, I'm on NFL Network. I guess gotta find NBC. It took it took me a while, but when I watched it, it was 27-0. I'm about to turn this game off. I'm about to turn this game off. The Jaguars score 7 points. I'm like, ooh, 27-7. Okay. If they don't score any points coming out of the break, coming out of halftime,
This is over.
this is over. 27-14. I'm like, oh, interesting. 30
It's
to 4.
over.
I'm like 30 to 14. I'm like, I'm like a little bit. 30 to 20. Oh yeah, definitely. The Chargers are gonna hang on by the skin of their teeth. 30 to 27. And no. And then next thing you know, tie game. I'm like, oh, the Chargers are about to blow a lead. Jaguars win at the end of the game. I'm like,
and then get demolished by the Chiefs.
They didn't get demolished. They kept it close.
They kept it close, but what I mean is like if you're looking at like time of possession versus.
That is true.
Yeah, and
but hey, who expected the Jaguars to go to the playoffs in their first year under Doug Peterson? Because everyone thought that Trevor Lawrence was going to be a bust.
The NFC South was just so bad that the AFC South was so bad, just like the NFC South was, that they were able to sneak their way in.
That is true. Depending on what the quarterback position, what the quarterback situation. Oh man, the AFC South, I've guaranteed, is probably going to be interesting this year. Depending on what the Texans do with that. By the way, what did you think of the Bears of Lovie Smith screwing the Texans out of that first round?
There's a meme. I thought I sent it to you. There's a meme, and I thought I sent it to you, and it was a picture of this guy who was pretending to be Lovie Smith, and he's calling up
oh yeah, you did send it to me.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know if you can play it, but there was a meme, and basically the guy is on the phone and he's like, all right, one of the guys from the Bears is like, all right, Lovie Smith, activate Plan 48. And he goes, oh yeah, intentionally win the game against the Colts so that you guys can get the first round pick. Yeah, no problem. Gotcha.
So now they probably are going to end up with CJ Stroud instead of Bryce Young.
Whap, 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 whap. Oh, dude, I was laughing so hard. I saw that meme. I was like, oh, I wish I could have showed more people that meme, because that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, because the Texans. So depending on what the Texans are going to do and what. Here's my thing about defensive coordinators getting a head coaching gig. They're good with their defense, but their offense sucks. But that's
please don't fall into the same trap that we all fell into last year with the AFC West.
Which was?
Everybody thought because of all their free agent acquisitions they were going to be really, really, really good. And they wound up really, really, really bad.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, Oscar. Please do not fall into the trap. Do not fall into the 2022 AFC West trap.
Dude, I don't like the AFC South. Like Tennessee, Derrick Henry's older, and they need a quarterback, so they got to figure out what they're going to do there. The Colts are a rebuilding team, no matter who the coach is, and they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
The Texans, who knows how DeMeco Ryan's going to look, and they need a quarterback and other things.
And then Davis Mills gets traded.
Davis Mills may end up getting cut. He's only a third-round pick, so he's probably on
oh my gosh! Washington's next quarterback.
Oh hell no! Shut up! No.
Washington's next quarterback.
Aaron, no. Don't
I
do that.
speak it into existence.
Actually, no. Davis Mills, the next quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, fuck you. No. The next quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, he is one city over.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be a true Texan, finally. You can't be a true Texan unless you've quarterbacked the Dallas Cowboys. It's a rite of passage. Oh, no.
No, I think the Commanders are going to ride with Sam Howell.
Sam Howell.
They just gotta find the offensive coordinator. And I heard that Eric Bieniemy is like on the is like the top dude, but we'll see because everyone wants Eric Bieniemy. Even the Ravens want Eric Bieniemy,
They're probably in a better position to get him.
basically, since they already got like the offense.
Yeah, it's like it's like
Where
it's like it's like an
where
instant family.
the Commanders thing, the only thing is with the new ownership coming in, they're like, all right, we only got 1 year of job security. Period.
Yeah, really. If that. Oh shit, that's funny. Or what is it? Or no. What is it? No. Maybe the Rams take Davis Mills and he actually does well, like Baker Mayfield and Matt Stafford did.
Uh, Even though Matt Stafford was pretty decent with the Lions, the only thing is that he was associated with the Lions, which is why he stunk.
Ugh.
I mean, the Rams have no salary cap either,
No, it's true.
and they have no draft picks.
Yeah, they're screwed this year, man. It kind of makes me laugh. Like I'm not like intentionally trying to be a jerk about it, but I can't help but laugh a little bit.
No.
I'm telling you, if the Ravens do decide to sign Lamar, then they can actually win.
Watch Lamar go to the Commanders.
And then he ends up just like RG3.
I've never seen Aaron jump so fast, ship so fast.
You know why I jumped ship. You know why I did. I'm not gonna sell.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sell up my principles just over a football team. I'm not going to support an owner who gets involved in sex trafficking.
Yeah, but the owner is going to be gone soon.
Still, if I were to go back to that team, then I would also be saying I support sex trafficking.
I mean, the owner of the Ravens, you never know. Especially if Baltimore is a city known for sex trafficking.
Well, I'll guarantee you this: if I find out that the owner was involved in something like that, I'll jump from them too.
Aaron roots for no team.
Honestly, better that than somebody who treats human life like it's that insignificant.
That is true. I mean, the NFL is corrupt. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, but just because the NFL is corrupt doesn't necessarily mean I have to be as a fan.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Let's just say, like, let's not be surprised that these owners will do shady things behind closed doors.
Yeah,
and the NFL
the
NFL is so corrupt that they sweep things under the rug. They're like, we don't see nothing here.
And they're like us. We don't see anything here.
What? Sex trafficking? I never touched a woman in my life. That's disgusting.
When did that get here? Shit. Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That's just too good. Just too good. That's my nephew downstairs. If you guys can hear him.
Yeah, I can actually hear him. This one, baby Declan.
Oh, I love him so much. His middle name is actually named after mine and my older sister's godfather,
which is
Thomas, or my Uncle Tom.
Declan Thomas
Kuiper.
Moving on. There are certain things that I want to say, but I will not say because I don't want to get canceled.
What, is there something wrong with his name?
No, there's nothing wrong with the name, but there's something went through. Jason, I'll probably tell you off street.
I'm like, I didn't mean to make his name sound that bad.
No, it's not bad. Anyway, what else do we have to discuss about the playoff picture?
Well, we were going to preview the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Bills. Are you surprised that they got knocked out that early?
I am. I am very surprised. I'm also very surprised that, well, I'm very surprised that the Bengals were the ones to do it.
I'm not. Bills are trash. Josh Allen's overhyped.
He just gets pissy because he's kind of like a little kid.
Yeah, apparently him and actually no, Stephon Diggs was the one that was beefing with him.
Well, my point being that
Stephon Diggs was so pissed that he after the game he walked out. He didn't stay for the media. Like he just left.
from to in his defense, would you stay for a media? Would you stay for a media appearance if you had lost?
To be a professional, yes. Because I don't want the media. I don't want the media like whispers going out there and then like talk shows talking about, oh, this guy's unprofessional, blah blah blah. It's about being professional, dude. Like I know to us the football is a game, but for those that play in the game, that's a job.
Yeah, and yet somehow everybody's okay with Colin Kaepernick kneeling down and not doing his job.
I honestly don't really care about the national like teach their own, man. Like I was like me growing up with the national anthem. When I was in preschool, I remember they used to sit me down for the national anthem, but like after a while, I'm like, you know what? I'll stand. Like, it's, like nothing bad. Like it was just weird. Like I was taught like to do like teach their own, man.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree to an extent. I just meant like from my own personal perspective, like people fought and died for our own freedom, and you can't just do the simple justice and honor them by putting your hand over your heart. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't agree with it.
Mm. Well, that's what happened. Well, Colin Kaepernick has been irrelevant for dang. It's been 7 years.
Yet there are some people that are still trying to blacklist the NFL because teams won't sign him.
I mean, is he really in shape though? He's like what, 30 now? 31?
Yeah, no, he's oh gosh. Yeah, he's like 30, 31.
Hey, look, baby sighting.
Yep. I'm multitasking here. Yeah, I'm about to hear some ducks here in a second.
All right, no problem.
I gotta feed them.
Is that your pizza?
Yes, I need to get my shoes, kiddo. Check.
Here.
Oh, they are? Okay. No, kiddo, just leave it there. Oh, there they are. They were hidden underneath the baby swing.
The baby what?
They were hidden underneath the baby swing.
Ah.
Check it out, guys.
Hey, look, a lot of ducks.
Why y'all ducking me?
You gotta get your ducks in a row, dude.
Yeah, I do. That's why I'm a quack.
I'm surprised that they're still alive with the attack that happened with the rabid dogs or whatever it was.
That's because I had a baseball bat in hand.
No, but didn't you say that they chewed him up or something?
They attempted to. They attempted to chew me up too. They attempted to chew me up too.
I mean, I'm surprised that those ducks are still alive, dude. Because aren't you in alligator land?
There were three and one of them did die.
Sounds like you have more than 3 in there.
That's because they're females. The females are louder than most. That's a characteristic of theirs. Female ducks are much louder, much louder.
So I'm assuming that you only have females. So I'm assuming that you're not going to have them mate with a male duck.
No, I'm not going to breed them. If anything, it's easier to just go out and try to buy two more females. You got to figure how much money you're saving in a grocery store on eggs.
Yeah, but the thing is this: like, didn't you rescue those ducks, and that's the reason why you have them?
No, we bought them as babies and raised them up.
Oh, I thought that y'all rescued them. That's what.
No, now when we were kids, we did that with our dogs, but not with these little turds. Y'all can see me. Y'all see me doing housework along with
talking about football.
Yep, I told you I'm a good multitasker.
I guess.
Adam, let's go inside. Come on. There we go. That's how we do it. Adam, go put him back over by the front door. Never mind, I'll do it. Booger. You're like, put your. Never mind, I'll do it. It's gonna be the weirdest live stream ever.
I know, right? Actually, no. The weirdest live stream is gonna be the Super Bowl 57 watch.
My voice is annoying. When I hear it, it annoys me.
By the way, are you gonna join me and Jason on that live stream?
I don't know if I am, considering the fact that I think we're throwing a Super Bowl party for some friends.
Because Jason, what happened was I won't have Jason for I'm gonna be by myself for the first 30 minutes, give or take, because Jason apparently got some hockey tickets for the Golden Knights.
He's gonna do that over the Super Bowl. Wow.
No. So what happened is the game is gonna happen around noon his time, the hockey game. The only thing is that it's gonna end right when kickoff is starting.
That's my nephew. He's sitting right next to me.
Okay. I was so confused.
Hang on. Hey, say hi, Adam. Say hi.
Hi.
I got you.
Again.
Hey, Adam, what do you know about football?
Weirdest live stream ever.
He did really good.
Yeah, he did really good. That's right. What do you know about football, Adam? You like football?
Yeah, but you know it.
Yeah, I know it. That's right, I do.
One time then you'll not know it.
Yeah, I mean, at one time I didn't know it, but that was when I was little. I've known football for a long time, kiddo.
You don't have football in the wall.
Nah. High five. Too slow.
I got it.
Yeah, you did. Not right now.
And then so happy.
That's all right, kiddo. It's just a video. I'm gonna finish watching it later. But adorable face.
I lost my train of thought.
Watch this. Hey, Adam, up high, down low, in the space, and your face.
You're not
You're mean.
Gotcha. Oh, you did you? Ow! You jerk.
Dang.
Now it's my turn.
He hurt you. He hurt you just like Lamar is gonna hurt the Ravens' feelings when he doesn't resign with them.
Don't do that. You okay? No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
Oscar does not condone the actions of Aaron Faxon.
Boro. Don't know where. Think I'll put it over here. You're fine. Don't be a baby.
Let him go.
You're fine. High five up here. Oh, you're gonna use the cord. See, I told you he's fine. He's just laughing a minute later.
I guess. Anyway.
Okay.
I forgot what I was saying.
We're talking about the Super Bowl and how you're doing the last.
Oh yeah, so Jason basically is gonna miss maybe the first 30 minutes because he's gonna be driving back from the hockey game. So
him and his hockey players.
I guess the puck doesn't stop there, huh?
Mm-hmm. He said, "I gotta get the puck out of here."
I mean, I told him this. I was like, if the Golden Knights are blowing out, they're playing the Ducks.
They're not somebody Ducks. No kidding. Why is that up here? Why is there a bowl here?
Because it's
the bowl with you. Yes.
What?
I don't know why you brought a mixing bowl up to my bedroom.
Because he wanted to celebrate the Super Bowl early.
Well, the last time I saw a game that bad was when I took the Browns to the Super Bowl. Hint, hint.
Dang. Actually, no. The worst Super Bowl ever that I've watched was the blowout between the Seahawks and the Broncos.
Oh, yeah. Was it 43-8?
Yeah, that was bad.
I was going to say...
No, that was bad because it was a blowout. It was the 13-3 Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots was just straight up boring.
Yeah. Oh, no, you want to know what was boring was the Mud Bowl. Monday Night Football game between the Dolphins and Steelers. And it was 0-0 going into overtime until the Steelers got a field goal to win 3-0.
Imagine if the tie would have been 0-0.
Oh my gosh, I would have laughed so hard.
Our first tie that goes 0-0. I'm like, what is this, a soccer game?
Oh yeah, probably. Finally, somebody can kick something.
Dang. So yeah, that's what's up with the Super Bowl. So I'm guessing you're gonna be at a Super Bowl party. Dang, it's just gonna be me and Jason.
No, I'm gonna be throwing one.
No, man, don't throw a Super Bowl party. Join our live stream. Our live streams are lit.
I've got some church friends that are coming over for it.
Ugh, fine.
Now, the real question is, how did the crazy people get out of the forest?
Well, how?
They took the psychopath.
Oh. Okay, I guess. Nah, yeah, the Super Bowl, it's funny. It's fun because again, what happened last year was we basically made fun of Naeem the entire time.
I mean, that's a given. I mean, that's a tradition. You gotta keep the tradition. Break the wishbone. Whoever gets the big ref gets to make fun of Naeem.
Our plan for next year is actually for Super Bowl 58 is to go to Las Vegas.
Damn,
that one.
That's gonna be sick, dude. The only downside is it'll be shown on CBS next year.
I think it's gonna be ESPN, dude. Because when Joe Buck and Troy Aikman like made the move to ESPN, they like advocated for like the NFL to at least have a Super Bowl play like
Well, because it'll be on multiple networks too, because they'll have it on ABC as well.
that too.
But that'll make it even worse. Games on ESPN are notoriously not that great.
Why?
Have you ever seen like most of the Monday Night Football games?
Yeah.
None of them were that great.
This year's where there were decent ones.
I mean, one of them got canceled for crying out loud.
Yeah, but that was something not in their control.
If I have the choice of like which network I would choose to watch a football game on, I'd probably pick Fox over anybody.
For me, it's if Tony Romo was on Fox,
You'd probably pick Fox.
I would pick Fox.
It's weird that he went to CBS of all places.
Yeah.
Kind of like put you in like Bizarro land or something here.
Tom Brady is signed. Apparently, his next thing is if he doesn't come back and play, he's going to be an analyst or a commentator or something for Fox. I honestly don't see him having the personality. What about you? Like,
I think he's going to be. I think he's probably got a social awkwardness that he can't contain, and it's going to become obvious when he decides to try to do that.
Yeah, because the way that he talks, no disrespect, he sounds boring when he talks. I'm like,
he sounds like monotoned.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He reminds me of like a younger version of one of the freaking oh gosh, what is it? One of the freaking principals I used to have growing up. But he sounds like one of the monotoned principals I used to have growing up. When you give the morning announcements and you fell asleep halfway through because he was so boring.
Yeah, when you would hear the "Good morning, my name is."
For lunch today, there will be Mexican pizza with a side of fruit cocktail and tater tots.
Dude, that was just like, dude, I had a history teacher that was so monotone, it wasn't even funny.
You know, after I had my geography,
I slept that entire class.
You know, after I had my geography teacher that couldn't control the volume of his voice, I was almost welcoming monotoned.
That was my that was my nap time in 7th grade when I would go to his class, like because his voice was so monotone, and all he did throughout the class was actually just watch videos the entire time.
Boring videos,
basically.
Well, I had a geography teacher when I was in 7th grade. And he could not control the volume of his voice to the point where every time he would talk like this, it would sound like he was talking like this.
Oh God! I had my 7th grade science teacher. Before she became a teacher, she used to be like I think she was like a corrections officer for like for juvenile delinquents. So she worked at a juvie detention center. Dude, she would tell us like wacky stories, and I think that her voice, like that aggressive tone that she used, still transferred over to class. Dude, she'd be screaming.
Oh yeah.
I'm like she would scare the crap out of me and she was nice, don't get me wrong, but like the way that she carried, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That teacher almost gave me a detention slip for so what I used to do was, since I didn't trust the paper towels in school for drying my hands, I used to just dry them off my shirt. So I guess she noticed that my shirt was wet, and she was like, "Oscar, why is your shirt wet?" I'm like, "I don't know." And I was like, I don't know. She's like, "Come here, let me see your shirt." I'm like, "No, like what's there to see?" She's like, "Let me see your shirt." I'm like, "Why do you want to see my shirt?" "Let me see your shirt." I'm like, "No, I'm good."
But she wants to see what's under it.
Hold on a second. She's like, "Okay, you know what that means?" I'm like, "What?" "A detention slip. I'm like, you're really gonna give me detention
Because
for
I
not
wouldn't let you
showing
see
my shirt?
Why am I not surprised?
What else was she gonna give me detention for? Which I thought was so ridiculous at the time. I'm like,
Yeah, be prepared for that one, huh?
I forgot what else she threatened me. Like she threatened detention for.
Something.
I never got. You know what's funny? Throughout my entire school career, I never got detention. And
I
I
was
pulled
in
a
trouble all
lot.
the time, man. I got like
I
inside school
pulled a lot of
suspension.
stuff that was not just detention worthy, but expel worthy.
We had some crazy folks in our school. I remember one guy who was in 10th grade and got so drunk that he actually stumbled into school Monday morning butt naked.
Oh, I mean, I've seen like I saw dude. I remember one time a student came like, high off of. Let's just use the. Let's just say C. Um, he was high off of And, dude, that dude was like so messed up. I'm like, God dang, dude. I'm like, you're weird.
Yeah.
And then like, let me see what other. Yeah, I remember one time I threw a key in one of the teachers' faces. Now that was suspension worthy at least, and they didn't suspend me, which I found funny. I would cut class a lot, and they never caught. Like I had my inside people where they're like, Oscar, are you cutting class? No, get back to class. Okay, pretends to go down the hallway towards his class. As soon as they turn around to make a turn at the corner, go down the stairs and go to another classroom that I wasn't even a part of.
We were so mean when I was a kid. Like I remember we had this teacher. His name was Mr. Luger. We called him Mr. Loogie.
You just had to stop right there, Mr. Luger.
Yeah. We called him Mr. Loogie. But what was worse was he had because he you know how some guys will have their hair will thin and they'll go bald up top, but the hair on the sides of their head and the back will stay.
Basically.
Well, we nicknamed him Bald Eagle.
Dang. That's messed up.
I felt so bad, looking back on it now, because we actually made him cry in front of the class. We got this grown man, this teacher, just crying in class, and I felt so bad. I was like, I can't do that again.
Oh, our teacher, my US teacher, like the
U.S. history
teacher in 11th grade, she basically flipped out and called us all racist. One time.
Say what?
Because the way that we treated her.
Of course she did. Oh, it's awful. And then with my older sister, she had this teacher that she really didn't like named Miss Herring. And I think there was one time where she balled up a piece of paper and threw it at her when she was in the front of the classroom. And my sister is not someone who will get in trouble that often, or if at all, when she was in school. But of course now a lot of people blamed her for stuff, so she's like, if I'm going to get blamed for it, I might as well do it.
I remember in 3rd grade I had this TVI.
Yeah.
And she treated me poorly. Like she would yell at me for every single little thing that I would do or didn't do, and I was always constantly in trouble with her because apparently I don't know what I would just sit there breathing. Oscar, what did you do? I'm like, nothing. Like I just did nothing. Like, come on.
Are you sure you didn't look at her the wrong way? You didn't harass her? I'm just kidding.
I was in 3rd grade, dude. I was 10. Which coming out now, that didn't sound right. That
These are you funnier, actually. You said it, not me.
Anyway, so like
Oh damn.
dude, I just was so fed up with her abuse that there were times where I would go to the bathroom and I would say in the back of my mind, or I would whisper, "I wish you would just disappear."
Bippity boppity.
Hold on a second. It gets creepier, dude. It gets creepier
Go ahead.
because I forgot why she was like yelling at me this time, but she decided to yell at me in front of other teachers. So
Uh-oh.
then it was something. You want me gone, but you're never gonna get like you want me gone.
God.
And then the other teacher overheard this conversation. She's like, you know, he kind of wished that you would disappear. He says it all the time in the bathroom. I'm like, I've only said that in the back of my mind. How did you know that? Like, to this day, I'm creeped out. I'm still trying to figure out how that teacher figured that out.
She was using the hidden cameras that she had installed in the men's bathroom.
I said it in the back of my mind, though.
She was able to read your mind at the same time while watching you in the bathroom.
And like that TV, I was like, oh, you want me to disappear, huh? Well, unfortunately for you, you're never gonna get your wish.
Defiant to the end.
6 months later, when I was in 4th grade, she was no longer my TVI. I'm like, yes!
Mercifully, it's over.
I was like, yes, I'm out of her control. Yes.
Oh my gosh! Finally.
My goodness, this is where we ended up off track because we did so well for 50 minutes. We were talking NFL, and then this happened.
well, technically, it was the feeding the ducks happened, and then after feeding the ducks, we kind of devolved from there.
I know, right? Let me see. Are there any other topics?
Like I said, we were gonna go over the Super Bowl. We were gonna.
Dude, I want the Chiefs to win. I don't know about you.
I mean, I think they're going to. I think it's going to be a blowout in favor of the Chiefs. Like I said,
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, dude.
I do. The Eagles, to me, didn't really have to earn their spot. I'm sorry, but like,
if they beat the Chiefs, then that will actually that'll actually prove you wrong.
And you know what? If they do, then I will gladly say I was wrong.
Eagles get blown out by the Chiefs by 30 points.
Yep.
No, I think it's at least going to be a close game. If it's gonna be a blowout by the 4th quarter, I'm ending that stream with Jason. I'm like, look, bro, I know that we usually go long, but
at least we avoided Rihanna.
Oh no, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna turn everything off for the Super Bowl. He's like, no, you're not. I'm like, dude, I'm not a big fan of Rihanna. I don't give a shit about Rihanna. And then
the only umbrella you want to be under is one where she's not there.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that was too good not to.
Yeah, that was good. I'll give you that one.
Under my umbrella, hell no!
Hey, watch your language, man. Kid in the room.
He does not even know what's going on right now. He's just stuck playing with some random toy right now.
Okay, all I gotta say is, if he says hell, you got a lot of explaining to do to your sister.
That's kind of. I was gonna say that's already happened once with something that my brother-in-law had him watching. Plus he watches was it Rainbow Friends, and that's kind of creepy in and of itself.
Rainbow Friends.
Look it up.
Man, what do the children's shows just come to, dude? Like,
they became more adult and more creepy over time.
Yeah, because I remember I used to watch Clifford the Big Red Dog. Let me see, Dragon Tales. What other?
Oh yeah.
Word World, Reading Rainbow.
Dude, love reading bro. That was freaking sick.
What's that show with the lions called? It was also a reading show. Like they would have like lions like tell stories or whatever.
Oh gosh, I'm not 100% sure which one it was, but I do know that there was like Veggie Tales.
Let me see. What other
You like
JJ the jet plane.
Oh, good lord.
Teletubbies. Too creepy for you.
Stupid.
Watching TV from their stomachs.
That's how they get smart.
Watching TV from their stomachs, and also, when they would fall on their butt.
Pretty much.
Because like when they would roll over, they would also have like bells inside of them.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a theory that went around that said the purple one was gay.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Because he would carry around a purse.
Pretty much. He is just all over it here. So yeah, I will say this too. I think there was like we talked about the various head coaching and offensive coordinator changes too.
Oh, who's gonna take the? Who do you think would be best fit for the Colts and the? What opening is left? It's the Colts and some other team. Texans is filled. Panthers is filled. Whoa! Your thoughts on Steve Wilkes getting snubbed again? I feel like it's a disrespect, bro, for black folks.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to put the race card into it, but I don't know. I mean,
dude, he led the team to almost winning a division title, and he's not even in the conversation.
I mean, based off his work alone, he should be, but I'm not going to put a race card into it.
Well, if you look at it now, if you look at the Rooney Rule, though, like there are not that many minority hires in the NFL. When there's
no, kiddo. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I feel like again. I feel like that's the default. Oh, it's you don't see this many African American folks in this job. Oh, you don't see that many. It's never a question about qualifications. It's I mean, in that sense, yes, he's qualified, but if you're mad because he got snubbed because he's qualified, that's one thing.
Look, well, it's not the race thing that bothers me. It's that it was the same thing with Arizona, because I remember he had 1 year with Arizona with a bum. Oh, I got a message. By who? No idea. Hold on, let me check. Actually, take the reins for a bit.
I got you. So yeah, I mean, it comes down to this. To me, you can't base. If there is evidence that basically said this person is basing their job decisions based off race, then I can understand that. But you can't look at race and say that's the reason he got snubbed. That's not it. I feel I have to question and ask: was there a rhyme or reason that he was seen as unqualified? I have to ask that. It's again, I'm not doubting the fact that racial stereotypes in that instance do happen, but I'm also going to look at the situation and say, before I even question that, why was he not hired? Why did you not consider him? And if the reason seems vague, fine. You can make that generalization all you want then.
All I gotta say is this: if Frank Reich doesn't get 7 wins with the Panthers, like David Tepper screwed up again.
And he may have, simply from a qualification standpoint, because he had somebody right in front of his face that was qualified, and then didn't take him up on it. But I'm only looking based on a qualification standpoint only. You want to look at facts and figures, whatever.
By the way, it was Jason basically giving me the same speech. He's watching. By the way, Jason, we said that the next Dallas Cowboy quarterback is Davis Mills. Oh no! Better yet, we predict Carson Wentz to the Dallas Cowboys. Aaron said it, not me.
But Oscar was thinking it. I love the fact that there's literally like no response in the chat.
Hold on. He's texting me.
Is he really? Jason amino acids.
Let me see. Oh, he's like, he said, no, F you.
Methinks doth not protest too much. That's all I'm going to say. Methinks doth not too much.
He told us. Oh, he said Wentz to the Ravens.
Get your own shtick. Oscar already said that.
Oh yeah, I think I did. I did say that. Wentz to the Ravens.
And that's why we won't. That's why they won't win. I'm not denying.
Oh no, we said Wentz to the Raiders too.
Oh yeah, well, that's probably also a given.
Oh, by the way, Baker Mayfield to the Ravens. That's actually a good question. Baker Mayfield.
Say what you will, but he did show us something.
The Panthers gave him an unfair shake.
Unfortunately,
that coach, I don't care what his name is, the college coach that he went back to college, screwed him over. And I don't know if the system that was it that oh my god, I just mentioned his name.
You'll think of it. You think of something totally different.
Yeah, like that system wasn't for him because he flourished somewhat under the Rams.
He did, and in fact, he only had a few days to look at the playbook before going in and going gangbusters on it.
I mean, if you want Baker Mayfield to be a game manager, there you go. Just rely on your defense. Baker Mayfield is actually a competent quarterback with the Ravens. See, well, no. There goes more than I see more than 5 wins there.
Okay, 5.5.
5 and a tie.
5 and a tie. Yes. This is the thing, though, and I honestly feel like, as the fan base would eat Baker Mayfield alive, he would not be able to be a locker room leader.
Oh, that's more than what Naeem has nuts. Agreed.
Yeah,
5 and. I mean, hey, if the Browns were able to get 7 or 8 wins with Baker Mayfield, and the fact that the Browns were able to get 11 wins with Baker Mayfield, and win a playoff game with Baker Mayfield, and the Browns have a better defense than the Ravens have a better defense than the Browns. So I think that Baker would make sense if they don't extend Lamar.
But you need a good backup to back him up if that were to happen.
That is true, because Baker Mayfield is injury prone, sadly.
I think he's more injury prone than Lamar is.
Yeah, but at least Baker Mayfield doesn't rely on his legs.
I mean, a fair point, but this is the thing though. You're gonna see it over time where you're gonna get to a point where the average shelf life for quarterbacks is like non-existent because every single team, once you've got the guys like Aaron
Dude,
Rodgers, Brady when they
dude,
leave.
Tua's about to retire, bro.
Well, what I'm saying is this:
He is
it doesn't
one concussion away from
it
being
doesn't matter.
forced
It
to.
doesn't matter who is that. My point. This is my point. You're gonna see a lot more teams having running quarterbacks because that's the only thing coming out of college. That's the only style of quarterback coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any strict pocket passers in college games anymore.
I'm trying to think what the remaining open coach vacancy is aside from the Colts. I'm running down the list of teams right now in my mind. Let's see. Texans already filled. Colts I'm already
Hang out with me.
Buccaneers.
Hey, what?
What?
What that the TV
It's fine. It's good.
Naeem.
on?
That's a good one.
Their mother has what is their mother passport.
Just give me a second. I'm trying to find my way down. I'm still right here with y'all, bud.
I'm not touching it. I'm just looking at it.
Could it be? Is the Jets OC open? Hold up. Is the Jets OC open?
I'm still trying to think of who that other coach vacancies is. I know that there's 5. Let's see. The Panthers was already filled. Texans already filled.
Titan always filled. I'm do Titan.
Saints.
Oh, hold on. Naeem can't have a head coach because he doesn't have balls to play with. Okay, got it.
Well, he is a little crotchety.
By the way, do you have headphones in? Because I really don't want the kid to hear this.
He'll be busy with the game in a minute. I'm setting up a game for him.
Ah.
Okay. Okay, it's still okay.
It's your wife.
Texans, Colts.
I don't think everything until it's dead.
Texans, Colts.
Bears?
No. Matt Eberflus is still the coach of that team.
Lions?
The way that they went 9-8, they ain't firing their coach.
Fair enough. Because they just fell butt backwards in a winning record. Got it.
Watch them be the NFC North champions next year just because you said that.
You know what? I will laugh so hard I'll probably literally bust a gut.
I mean, the NFC South is heading down is going down south fast.
You mean the NFC North is heading down south fast?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, let's be honest. The Vikings and Kirk Cousins is.
The Vikings need a quarterback in a few years.
Yeah, exactly. The Packers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to play there, so what he's probably gonna do is gonna throw interception after interception after interception just for him to leave.
I think he's
I
going to be
could see
stuck
it
with Green Bay.
happening. I could see it happening.
I think he's going to be stuck with Green Bay. I don't think any other team, because I think also his value has been driven up so high by how long he's been in Green Bay that I don't think any other team could afford him.
Well, again, that's what he wants a ring, but that's what he gets for being a greedy goat.
He's already got him.
He wants another ring.
He wants to be Brady's twin.
Yeah, but Brady has 7. He only has 1.
Exactly, which means he's probably never going to leave until he gets all 7.
Okay, so that's 12 years wasted.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, you're proving my point. I mean, come on now. Like, don't prove my point so soon. Give me a little challenge, honestly. Okay, no, honestly. Derek Carr to Washington.
No.
I'd laugh so hard if that did happen, though.
It's most likely going to happen. That would be the most Ron Rivera thing ever.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the new starting for the first round pick of the 2021 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Kenny Pickett. What?
You mean 2022?
2022, yeah, whatever. Still, that was your best reaction ever. I really thought I was going to give you a stroke when that happened.
Oh, you haven't seen me almost faint.
I haven't seen anything.
Damn. Nah, dude. I remember. So, I remember we had we still have it, but it's not as bad. Like, we had a bed bug problem.
Yeah,
and I called an extermination company. And they were like, yeah, we can do this, do humidifiers and do like steamers and all that. That all sounded good. Dude, when I'm like, and how much is this gonna cost? It was like, they were like, no, Naeem's Balls isn't that expensive. Damn! Dude, it was gonna cost me $5,000. When I heard $5,000, I was like, I almost fell over and fainted.
I'm not surprised. $5,000 for fumigation. Yeah, that's crazy. I was hoping my mom would come down to Florida, but she is not, at least not until March.
Oh.
I wanted to take her to this really cool. I love my I don't. In the comments, I've got a question for people in the chat. Are you a savory breakfast person or a sweet breakfast person?
Well, the only person that I know that is probably most likely watching is Jason. So,
well, if people watch the replay, they can still answer the question.
That's if they watch far enough. Which is why I like actually editing my own shorts.
The only way you need to edit your shorts is if you're a seamstress.
I honestly don't know how to respond to that. Oh, Jason says savory.
See, I'm the same way. I'm a savory breakfast person. I don't know if it's just me or like what it is, but like.
Okay, so savory means like what?
Eggs
like
and
omelets?
And sausage and yeah. Whereas if you're sweet, you're going more towards pancakes and French toast and waffles. And
me personally, I just whatever I can find and
get his mouth fridge. On.
Hey man. You know what? Do you need to be put in timeout?
I hear kiddo. I hear you, kiddo. Maybe. Absolutely, maybe.
I can't believe out of the adult between the two of you, Adam is the adult and you're the child.
No, I just like messing with you. It's too easy.
Unlike Naeem's love life. Oh, wow.
Nobody ever messed with that.
Actually,
Ain't one to mess with. It's about as non-existent as
he's nuts.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's like somebody has to draw him into existence for him to exist, and nobody ever did.
Damn. The heck? You know what? One more weird noise and I'm ending the stream. Not weird enough. That's safe.
Ooh.
What am I gonna do with you? I swear.
Ask Jason. I don't know.
Jason, Aaron says that he's not attending the live stream.
The only live stream I'm attending is at a urinal.
Oh. You had to go that low, huh?
Naeem's used to it.
Oh! That's good. That's good.
This is what happens when we're actually on the same page. We bust Naeem even better than before.
Damn.
And Naeem has a hard time getting on the same page because we getting on the same book with him.
Damn.
And his book is the Book of No Balls.
Oh, Naeem can't go to the Baltics, apparently, according to Jason.
Well, actually, he can, but he has to go to the ballless Baltics.
Oh!
the strait of Jabalus.
Dang. We're already pre-gaming for the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's too easy. That is Naeem's favorite region, the Strait of Jabalus.
Aaron says, Jason says that you're a little bitch.
Aww. I'm honored.
By the way, I have a question. Are you wearing headphones? Because I really don't want to hear the kids to hear that.
Again, he is so unwrapped. He is so wrapped up in his game that he probably doesn't even know what's going on right now.
Oh, you know what is wrapped up? The area where Naeem's balls need to be. Damn.
Well, I guess it is testing him. They're testing him.
Oh, man, I'm still stuck on who that last coaching vacancy belongs to.
There's only 32 teams. You're going to get it eventually. Could it be Pittsburgh?
No, unfortunately, Tom Coughlin is still there.
I think you're talking about I thought you were talking about an offensive coordinator vacancy, not a head coach vacancy.
Oh, that's what Jason was. Oh, it's Jason says that you still need time to grieve your Ravens. That's why you're not showing up to the Super Bowl live stream.
Like I said, I actually have friends, unlike you guys. So
yeah, that's kind of true.
I actually know people. No, Jason, you know what it is? I actually have friends outside of my left hand and right hand.
Damn.
And that's why I can actually hang out with people.
It says that it says that your sisters and your nephews don't count.
They count more than your left hand and right hand do.
Me personally, I don't like going to Super Bowl parties because I like to watch the game and like not hear a bunch of people scream. I remember I watched it in Richmond when I was going through training and stuff, and
Yeah.
like when people were screaming, "Yeah!" I'm like, this is why I like watching it in my own room.
I know. I like it too. I just mean like I'm talking about we're not even it's not even that many people. Where it's literally just like a
No,
few
dude, there was only. This is what you get when I'm surrounded by like.
idiots.
No, I was surrounded by 3 black people watching the Super Bowl. Put those 3 people combined, and I really could not enjoy the Super Bowl, especially with how echoey that building, the dormitory was.
Oh gosh, I love the finger foods. We always like go all out on like finger foods. Like I think one year we actually made a 7-layer Mexican dip. I was like, dude,
7-layer Mexican dip.
yeah. It had
I
like
would,
salsa and sour cream, and it was great.
I would like to know how you make a 7-layer.
My brother-in-law's got the.
Oh, Jason was like referring to my comment about the dormitory. He's like, it's not a dormitory; it's a plantation if they're black.
I can't die.
Oh.
Too dark. Okay, hold on. Gotcha.
Oh, Jason, I have a question. How did you sleep well? Did you sleep well last night after I scared the crap out of it?
Go ahead, little man. Go ahead. He tells me he every time when he has to go to the restroom, he'll tell me before he has to go. And he goes, I don't want to go in there. It's dark. I'm like, all right, I got you.
So yesterday, right? I forgot what Jason and I were talking about, and then like next thing you know, I said Jason because I guess he would say something out of line. I'm like, Jason, it takes one psychopath to take your ass out.
Aw, friendship.
So then he was like, and then we were just going back and forth. And I was like, yeah. And then I brought up Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy, and I'm like, oh, and by the way, serial killers, they could. He was like, all right, let me sweep my door open. I was like,
Captain Crunch you in half.
I'm like, you know that serial killers can also sneak through your window, right? Especially if you're living on the first floor of your apartment. And that's all the conversation. He's like, all right, good night, Oscar. I never heard from Jason until now.
And he was never seen or heard from again. Because he's blind and because he wasn't around. Straight of Gibraltar. Forget Strait of Gibraltar. Strait of Gibraltar.
Let me see. God dang, there's only 5 coaching vacancies. There are 2 filled. Actually, 3. Technically, the Broncos thing is not filled yet. Technically speaking, actually.
Come on, it's like almost a foregone conclusion.
That is true. But again, crazier things happened. Like for example, when Josh McDaniels was supposed to be hired as the next Colts head coach, and then the day of his introductory press conference, he's like, "No, never mind. I'm staying with the Patriots."
Is that the coaching vacancy? I'm just kidding. That's what everybody was wishing was the coaching vacancy.
The Raiders are trash. Can't wait to continue to berate them. To be honest, Bill Belichick should be fired.
At this point, because he's realized
how do you lose to the Raiders on a fumble return on the last play of the game with 3 seconds left to
Well, he'll just look
that
back
was
at it.
Mind-boggling to me.
He'll just look back at it. He'll just look back at it and say this: "It wasn't my decision to make that lateral. That was the player's decision. If anything, he should be punished."
Yeah, but yet that player's still on the team.
Exactly. Because then he'll blame the front office. I think the whole situation is just a buttload of stupid.
Oh, the Cardinals. That was the team.
Took you long enough. That's what she said. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Well, the Cardinals, I guarantee you, they're probably going to get a one-step gap coach because they're going to get fired, even though Kyler Murray's not going to be a part of the team.
Maybe that's why he'll get fired. I don't know. I don't think that. I still don't think the Cardinals. The Cardinals are too prideful to admit when they made a mistake drafting him.
I mean, that 2019 draft isn't even all that good.
No, it wasn't. But my point being is that
aside from
the Cardinals want to save face, and the only way to do that is to make it seem like that draft pick was a success when it really wasn't. We all know how bad the draft pick was. Like, Kyler Murray is great and all, but he's not built for Arizona.
No, he's not. Unless they get like Kyle Shanahan 2.0, which there isn't a Kyle Shanahan 2.0.
Kyler Murray, the next quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Then why give up all those picks for Trey Lance?
Okay, next backup quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, Kyler Murray.
Even though Kyler Murray's like due $60 million the next 4 years.
Exactly. You could have a Deshaun Watson like situation.
Deshaun Watson, we'll see how that goes.
It's so funny that when they didn't need to win, that's when they won. Like they were facing Washington. Like you guys basically took them out of the playoffs.
Why?
Y'all know that, right?
Why?
With the loss at the time, with the loss that Cleveland had to Washington, Cleveland was mathematically eliminated after that loss.
Well, Cleveland beat Washington.
I thought Washington beat Cleveland.
No, Cleveland beat
Washington.
Washington.
No, it's the other way around. No. When Cleveland beat Washington effectively got eliminated.
Yeah, and then freaking Ron Rivera's dumbass was like, when the media was like, so we are we gonna see Sam Howell if the Green Bay Packers lose, and that's how you guys get eliminated? Ron Rivera was like, we could get eliminated?
It just goes to show he doesn't keep up with the media.
He doesn't.
But the thing is, he only keeps up with the media when they win. But when he loses, he's very snippy. But the thing is, why would you keep up with the media? Honestly, if I were a coach, I wouldn't keep with the media at all, and I'll tell you why. If you get so hopped up in what the media is saying, you may psych yourself out going into your next game anyway.
Well, and that's what I have a problem. That's why I had so much problem with Commanders fans this year. Because, dude, you don't know how many times I kept on stating in different Facebook groups. I was like, "Yo, Commanders aren't going to the playoffs." Dude, a lot of people were like, "We should ban this person. This person's a fake fan." Whatever. I'm like, keep that same energy when the Commanders are eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, about the size of it. So here's something interesting that I don't know if any of you guys know this, but me being an NFL nerd, you guys will love this. The Eagles fans were so rowdy at one point that Lincoln Financial Field actually had to have a jail put in.
Wait, what?
The Eagles Stadium, the fans were so rowdy that...
No, I heard that. I'm just... A jail put in their stadium?
Yes, they had to have a jail put in their stadium because the fans were that rowdy. But the Eagles organization and the local Philadelphia police could not agree on how people should be punished, so they got rid of it.
Yeah, man, dude. I mean, what is it in Pennsylvania though? Because Pennsylvania, dude, the Steelers fans are rowdy when they face the Bengals.
True.
Eagles fans are, well, not just Eagles, but like
Eagles fans are homicidal.
But so are funny enough, so are Philly fan. I think it's one of the other sports where I heard that like one of the former players, can't remember what sport it was again. Like, and the fans booed him, so like the fans didn't just boo him. I heard that they threw like batteries and stuff at the dude.
I saw, was it a referee in an Eagles game a few years back, almost got hit in the head by an empty liquor bottle that a fan threw out from the stands.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was either a Phillies game or a what's the basketball team? 76ers?
Yeah. Well, that one, I think that was 76ers, because I think that resulted in a player going up into the stands and getting in a fight with one of the fans.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what you're talking about. Because then it was like a bunch of people got ejected, and like was it a bunch of players were getting into a brawl with the fans? It's like the whole freaking team was in the the whole team was in the stands trying to beat up all the fans.
But then Steelers Bengals game, I would be afraid of going to those games. Dude, I remember when they had a playoff game against each other. Dude, that game was so long.
Yeah.
Dude, it was midnight and it was still like with like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm like,
I want you to think about something. This will really, really, really get you thinking.
Mm.
So the Chiefs beat the Bengals 23-20. It just so happens that the year before, when the Bengals lost in the Super Bowl, they lost by a score of 23-20.
So I guess they like to beat the Chiefs 27-24.
And then lose 23-20?
Oh, and they lost. Funny enough, they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers the first game of the year, 23-20. How about that?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. It's like they love losing by 3 points. Oh, it's not the same score, but the first time the Ravens and the Bengals met up, the Ravens won 19-17. So you want to talk about close games?
Didn't they beat the Bengals in the playoffs or didn't they beat the Ravens 23-20 in the playoffs, or was that 2017? Can't remember.
20-17.
Oh, okay.
But there's still the same point though about close games and the Bengals, like close big games and the Bengals, because the Ravens had led the division for the first half of the year, springboarding simply based off that first victory over the Bengals.
Well, again, if Lamar was around,
yeah, then they would have won the Ravens would have won the North.
The Ravens would have won the North. I guarantee. Now the question is, because Lamar, you know how Joe Burrow has Patrick Mahomes' number?
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes has Lamar's number. Like,
actually, no, he doesn't. No, he
yes,
doesn't.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Last year in the regular season.
Okay, that was one game, but aside from that, Patrick Mahomes won like 3 consecutive games against Lamar.
Okay, then we're going to go the other route and say that Burrow still has Mahomes' number then.
The only thing that could undo that, though, because Burrow has beaten Mahomes when it's important. Can Lamar beat Patrick Mahomes? And this is the only way that I'll give that to Lamar, is if Lamar beats Mahomes when it matters most.
That situation has to come to it. The situation has to line up for it. But my point being was this. Before the Chiefs beat the Bengals were 3-0 against the Chiefs since Burrow and Mahomes got their starting jobs. Something to think about.
Oh, man. Let's see what happens with Lamar.
I'm telling you, if Lamar does not stay with Baltimore, that is the death of that franchise.
It is not the death of the franchise, bro. There was life before Lamar, dude. Lamar hasn't been in the league as long as Tom Brady, okay? This is not a Patriots situation.
I think it could be because of how much they've built around him. I think that the Ravens coaching staff or the Ravens, like when they scouted and when they signed players, I feel like they built so much around Lamar. I don't think that all those players are versatile enough to be able to adjust to a pocket passer. They're too athletic for that.
Let's see.
I still do feel bad for you guys having to be stuck with Ron Rivera.
At least for one more year.
You really think that they would actually get rid of him? What if Dan Snyder starts to like him?
Dan Snyder already likes him because if he didn't like him, he would have been fired by the end of this by this year.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. I think you guys are stuck with him for a few more years.
Yeah.
The Giants, if Saquon, if Daniel Jones could develop a little faster.
Again, Daniel Jones, all he needs is wide receiver help.
Imagine if Tyreek Hill were playing for the Giants.
Oh, forget about that. I would not.
that that would be nerve wracking right there.
Uh-huh. That would be Giants division for 2 years at least.
At least, yeah, if not 3.
We wouldn't be talking about Eagles going to the Super Bowl. We were talking about the Giants going to the Super Bowl with a lesser quarterback.
Yeah, really. Not to mention the fact that Daniel Jones can also run with the football as well.
But here's the thing, not as good in my opinion, not as good as Jalen Hurts.
Well, it does make me wonder because I don't think that the Eagles, from a financial standpoint, are going to be able to sustain having a wide receiving core that's just that good. And it makes me wonder when you start to see those pieces leave, how good will Jalen Hurts actually be?
Well, here's the thing. Jalen Hurts is going to be on a cheaper deal because he's not a first-round pick. He's a second-round pick.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, they don't have to worry about paying Devontae Smith for another 3 years.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Like, they can get, like, a random run. Me, personally, I feel like running backs are expendable. Like,
well, it's because of the nature of the game. Like, you're basically fishing for contact.
So, like, me personally, you can just get another Miles Sanders in the draft or, like, via free agency or whatever. Like,
could you imagine if the Eagles had started running jet sweeps?
oh, God.
And AJ Brown's got the speed for it.
Yep.
I just don't think that they have really thought about that with him yet. But if they had, I think that they would be lethal if they had actually put more of their wide receivers in the running game along with the passing game. And by the way, Jamison Crowder, please leave Buffalo. They're not using you.
Wait, what?
I said Jamison Crowder should leave Buffalo. They're not using him.
That was just a waste of that was a waste of a signing.
Agreed. And I look back on it now and I'm like,
all they did was feed Stephon Diggs and freaking Gabe Davis.
And Dawson Knox.
And look how far they got. They don't even know how to use what I'm sick and tired of hearing Buffalo's excuses. We don't run the football well enough. We don't have a running back. I'm like, y'all are loaded at running back. Y'all just don't use the running backs right.
Well, because they're too busy trying to run Josh Allen.
Exactly.
And yet you've also got the same quarterback who is not only a quarterback but running back, but also acts like a little baby when he doesn't get his way. Or what I will call him one day, Aaron Rodgers 2.0.
Let me see.
Jason in the chat.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
It's not a matter of like play style. I just think with mentality.
Yeah.
I think with the team getting as good as they are now, I think he's getting big. He's getting a little big for his britches.
I mean, again, the Bills have were relevant for like so long that they don't even know like.
Yeah, they were relevant for so long and lost 4 straight Super Bowls with Jim Kelly.
Yeah, but after that, dude, they were like in purgatory for like almost 20 years.
Oh yeah, and I'm not denying that. I'm just saying like the Bills are one of those storied franchises where
They were that close. They were that close to so many Lombard. Can you believe that the Bills lost to 3 out of the 4 NFC East teams?
The only team they didn't lose to was Philadelphia.
Exactly.
What I find funny is
they lost to the Giants. They lost to the Redskins.
Cowboys twice.
And they lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah, they lost to the Cowboys twice, and the only reason they lost that game to the Giants was because they had a last-second missed field goal.
Dang.
I saw that game too. It was just barely wide right.
Like Names of Life. Damn.
Actually, that's not wide right. That's just way off the mark.
Yo. Anyway, all right. I think we're done here because I need to stand up and stretch my legs. So
That's what you
shut up. So I guess we won't have you for the Super Bowl live stream. Okay, cool.
Hey, I was gonna say Jason might enjoy that more.
No, actually, because here's the thing: Naeem kept on like coming in and out and doing all this fancy crap.
That's because his internet is so terrible that
it's not even the internet, bro. He caved to his ex-girlfriend.
Oh gosh, what happened? Like he just so she was that the same ex-girlfriend that was the teacher at the
No.
Okay, different ex-girlfriend. Got it.
Different
okay.
Ex-girlfriend. He was in Philly, bro. He was in Philly last year, and they were like, he was chilling at their hotel because I guess he wants to go visit them for like I don't know what reason. Anyway, and like they're watching the Super Bowl, and I'm like, yo, come to the live stream. Let's have some let's have some fun with me, Jason, and you. And you're like, all right, dude. He's only there for 30 minutes.
That's what she said too. He was only there for 30 minutes.
Damn.
But he only lasted 5.
Oh. No, he only lasted 3.
Actually 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Dang. He lasted as long as the play clock on the NFL, which is only like what 30 seconds at most.
he lasted as long as Tim Tebow's career as a tight end.
Dang.
That's great, isn't it?
No, man, that's messed up. That's messed up.
No.
Anyway,
he lasted as long as a J.J. Watt tight end play.
I didn't see that play, so I really can't.
That play only lasted 3 seconds.
Dang. No, you know how long he lasted? Those 5 seconds the Patriots needed just to get to overtime, they didn't because they decided to fumble the football.
Or as long as the Cowboys needed to be able to clock the ball to actually get a field goal ready. Jason's mad in the chat.
I really don't.
He said, "Don't mention my Cowboys again."
I like when he tries to insult me and my Commanders. I'm like, bro, the reason why I'm not too upset with my Commanders is, and I said this in a video that I talked about the Dallas Cowboys. I was like, look, I can make fun of the Cowboys for one simple reason only. Cowboys fans with the exception of Jason, Cowboys fans put expectation on the Cowboys every year to go to the Super Bowl. The Commanders don't have that type of expectations. So when the Cowboys fail at those expectations, I make fun of them.
Well, and so this is what I'm talking about with the Eagles too, though. When I mentioned what I mentioned about the Eagles not having a very hard road to get to the Super Bowl, I'm mentioning this also because Eagles fans right now are puffing their chests and they're letting their macho man selves out.
Again, watch them look. They're gonna face the AFC East next year. That division. So they got to prove their stripes against Josh Allen. Well, regular season Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially Tua if he's healthy, and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And I know that there's and whoever the Jets got, and the Jets defense is actually pretty legit.
Did Garrett Wilson get Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
I think he deserved
actually
it,
no. He's in the running. They
I think
haven't
he
announced anything yet.
I think as much as Jets whatever, I think he should get it.
I mean, the Jets, all they need is a good quarterback. That's all they need, really.
Yeah, and I honestly think I could see Garrett Wilson being their number one for a long time to come.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like as much crap as we give the Jets and as much crap as we give a lot of these teams, he's really good. He's really, really good.
Oh, Bill O'Brien to the New England Patriots as offensive coordinator.
Well, Mac Jones, be prepared. Be prepared.
Be prepared to be the fall guy.
Yeah.
Do you think that Mac Jones will actually be the quarterback of the Patriots, seeing that Bailey Zappi actually is undefeated as the quarterback of the New England Patriots?
I could see a similar situation where I honestly see Bailey Zappi one day being on the trading block.
Along with Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
I see Brock Purdy being traded at not until trade deadline day.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense though. It does. I mean, I don't know. Like it's such a. Now let me ask you this: Is Justin Fields the quarterback of the future for the Bears?
I think the Bears. I think the Bears are setting Justin Fields up to fail with that coaching staff.
I kind of agree, but I also think because he honestly, if there was ever a team that was using their quarterback like running back more than the Bills, it would have to be the Bears.
The Bears.
Mm-hmm. Because there's no way quarterbacks on a regular basis should be ripping off 76-yard touchdown runs.
But he had so many of those this year, and they only won 3 games, which I found.
Yeah. It just goes to show that, like, this is the thing that is so counterintuitive to me. I still think that college is bringing out. I think college is going to be bringing out exclusively running quarterbacks, and I feel like teams are going to have no choice but to go that route. But coaching staffs are going to have to try to turn running quarterbacks into pocket passers.
And here's the thing: I feel like coaching staff, you're gonna stop seeing all these coaches that are in their 60s and 70s and even maybe like mid to late 50s. I think that those coaches are gonna die along with like the
pastors.
Like they're gonna be done coaching because they're just not cut out for.
You're gonna see a lot of younger guys
because in their era they're used to the smash mouth, hand it off to your running back 50 times.
Yeah. No, it's true. Well, and you're going to start to see a trend where running quarterbacks, like it's not going to work out well. But you're going to start to see a trend where running quarterbacks are trying to be turned into pocket passers by the younger coaching staff, and when that doesn't work, you're going to see a lot of younger coaches that look older.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to hold their breath every time their quarterback takes off.
Like, dude, I heard that Sean McVay was considering retirement, and he's only 36.
The trend's already starting then.
Yep, but alrighty, y'all. I guess that's it. Unless Aaron has a really funny noise that actually ends the live stream where I say, "Okay, we're done here." And on that note, y'all, we're done here. We're done. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, those two buttons, please. We're done.